I'm sorry.
You're not doing interviews?
Or pictures or nothing.
You're not on that?
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for this, honestly.
Yeah, do you think we could interview you about our international cheese project?
What?
International cheese project?
What's the topic?
Boko Haram.
Oh, Boko Haram. You're going to sit down?
Oh, sure.
You can.
We just have a few questions to ask you.
Okay.
Try to see an average person's knowledge about it. So, what is Boko Haram?
That is the African group that kidnapped all the 30-plus girls from
275.
275.
Yeah. It was a lot more than people thought originally. So, how much of a threat do you think Boko Haram is to the U.S. and to the world?
I think that they are part of a growing threat, along with ISIS. That is just adding more instability to the general political environment.
Yeah. Do you know the mission of Boko Haram?
I believe they're fundamentalists in some way.
Yeah, they're
Muslim?
trying to establish Sharia law in Nigeria, so very similar to ISIS.
So I did good.
Yeah, you did very well. Do you think the U.S. should provide military assistance, or do you think it's not really a problem?
I think the United States should work with other nations to craft a group response and not take it on individually.
Sort of like ISIS? Like what they did to ISIS?
Yes. Yes.
What do you think when you hear Nigeria?
I think oil. I think the Nigerian scams. And that's probably my two top things.
Yeah. So, based on that and the fact that Nigeria is very corrupt and poor, how do you think that might affect Boko Haram's success or ability to gain?
I think it's a good opportunity for Boko Haram. Yeah.
Yeah, so that like a power back in that. Do you know how Boko Haram gets its funding?
No.
They're actually very close with Al-Qaeda, and they've just aligned with ISIS, as well as they made a very large amount of money on the kidnapped girls, and they kidnap a lot of like families and things in South for ransoms, and they tax the people that they control now, and they've kind of set up like their own little state. Let's see. Have you heard of the Bring Back Our Girls, hashtag Bring Back Our Girls social
Yes, I
media
have.
campaign? That sounds like a Michelle Obama.
Yep.
And that is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You filled in a lot of stuff for me, so I appreciate
No
that.
problem.
Cool.
We're Tiana next.
You got Tiana?
I was so good when it's not working.
That's alright.
You sure?
Yeah, no, we've had like 7 people who just say I have no idea. So I can teach you a little bit about it if you want.
Okay.
So, what is Boko Haram?
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so they're like,
person.
it's like a terrorist group in Nigeria that's kind of doing similar things to ISIS. So they're kidnapping and killing and trying to establish like Islamic fundamentalist state in Nigeria. So after you heard this, how much of a threat do you think that it is to the world?
I mean, all those like different territory, those group of people are really back to
Yeah.
like safety around the world. It doesn't matter where it is,
Yeah.
but you know, it's a private
Yeah.
group organization.
So Boko Haram's mission is to basically set up a new country in Nigeria that's based on the laws of the fundamentalist Islam. So no education, very limited women's rights, such as things like that. So how might a poor and corrupt Nigeria help them do that?
I have no idea what it is.
We think that since Nigeria is very poor and corrupt, the Boko Haram will have an easier time gaining more people into their state because the other option isn't as enticing because Nigeria isn't a very good place as it is.
So the government is actually helping.
Yeah, it's it's actually helping them without knowing it. Do you think Boko Haram could be similar to ISIS?
It could be.
Yeah. They're actually very similar to ISIS. They have the same missions and goals, and they've just like they've like aligned with each other, so they have like an alliance now.
How have it started?
What?
How have it started?
They started in 2002, but didn't really do anything until a year and a half ago, and now that's when they kind of started. But now they're like they really have ramped up their.
Like there are a lot of people in the organization.
Yeah, there's actually a good amount. They have a area the size of Rhode Island that they control now, and they have like a full-on government that they tax their people and things like that. So it's like a lot of people now, and they're like gaining a lot of followers. Did you hear about the kidnapping and their kidnapping? They kidnapped 275 girls over the summer, and they sold them on the black market. No. So they took 200. So they kidnapped 275 Nigerian women and children, and then for money they sold them as like slaves and wives. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's hard to believe it's still happening right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. What do you think of when you hear Nigeria? Last question.
I mean the place.
Yeah, like what first comes to mind when you hear it?
Saying it's far away from me, but I'm sure there must be like a lot of places like Nigeria in the world still not in a good under like a good control government, still like belong the country, the civilization.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good answer.
We got this.
You got that?
You got it. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, Tiana. I'll see you in chemistry.
I did not crack my phone any more than it's already cracked.